All right, guys, I'm back. I did both of these box rips and the videos weren't that great. So I am going to just do this one video instead of two videos showing everything being opened and show you what I received, and not one, but two hobby boxes with 2024 Topps Heritage. I don't really collect anything outside of Heritage anymore. I know this channel was built on collecting, and it always will be about collecting and not the value of cards or the reselling of cards, things such as that. You will not see me do breaks on this channel, but I only collect Heritage, and it has been a long drought for this product to be released. And it has created a lot of what I call artificial demand, and pricing on this stuff is ridiculous. I was lucky to get enough to get in on a pre-sale with Steel City Collectibles before they even raised their prices. So I am hoping it comes back down, but due to the chaos that happened on the Topps website, Fanatics websites, and everything getting crashed and nobody really knowing what they got a product or not, that stuff's crazy. Resellers, this is products for you, because that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to do an overview of all of this and kind of show you what you get in a hobby box, but there's two. So we'll start here. No, we will start here. Each box comes with an auto or relic in every box. Box one, I got the Altuve. You know I'm going to get an Altuve or I'm going to get Yelich. It's, I don't have anything against the players, but it seems like that's always who I get. And then I got this Bill Madlock auto, which all Heritage autographs are always on card. They're not stickers. That's one thing that's really nice about Heritage. Not only that, unlike the Topps flagship cards, you look at them, they have ding corners. This stuff is a little bit more durable, and I like it. I like the feel of it. Each one of the boxes came with a box topper. I was lucky enough to get two of the 75 anniversary cards. It's kind of interesting because I was kind of like looking at the back of them real quick. And the first box I opened had card number 394. That's what that is. Sorry, there's the focus. And the second box had card number 395. So they must have just gone insert. I could see how one of these boxes was peeled up on the side, looked like maybe it was up and they just slid a card in. So I don't know if they have a machine that does it or if a human does it as they print and they come across the line. I don't know, but that's what it is. So I did get one image variation. I'm gonna have to take a close at the first load of cards up here, the base cards, because I didn't get any variations. And I have seen some product out there that's online that shows, like, instead of Brewers, it says Milwaukee. So it's like a city name variation. But unlike this card, which I will show you, it has, and we need a focus. Let's get it closer to the light, maybe it'll focus. You can see right above that 578, you're gonna see what's very little numbers, little letters right there. I'm trying to get the focus. Anyways, that says image. Just like the white border, see white border on the back. The thing that I'm seeing online right now is this Brewers right here says Milwaukee, and then in the card I was looking at was a Paul Skeens, and it said Pirates on the base card, but the variation was Pittsburgh. But on the back, there's no mentioning of what that is. It doesn't say throwback or image or position or any of those different VARs. So before you go chucking all your base cards to the next person that wants to buy them because you're chasing and you don't want the base, you better go through and make sure that doesn't say Miami, that doesn't say Baltimore, that doesn't say LA. Because if it does, that's a variation card. So that's the one thing I've seen so far. I'm sure there's other things out there. The other thing that you're gonna have to watch for is the flip stock cards, which on the back of this card kind of has that glaze to it, like a polyurethane look to it, and the front does not. That's flipped, so the polyurethane's on this side and the non-polyurethane side is on this side. So that's something to watch. Those are not noted either. So inserts, we'll start up here. You've got your award winner card there on the left. There's something new in this product. I don't know how common this card is, but that Mookie Betts is a perfectly performed insert. So I don't know if it's gonna be like these combo cards because I only got one. Combo cards are kind of the harder ones to get on the inserts when you're trying to put the base inserts together. But I only got one of those. I only got one of the award winners too. So, and they did not match the first low numbers of cards. So they did the borders and whatnot. So like the rookie performers down here don't look like the rookie performers from the first series. So that's a little different. These are kind of like some Legends cards. One's of Harmon Killebrew, one of Bob Gibson. Those are pretty cool. These quad cards in 23, those would have been, you would have gotten those in one of your packs. You'd be like, oh, I got a short print. These are not short prints. They're actually an insert set. Now, there are base cards that look just like these too, so don't get them mixed up. The backs of them have in the card number, and I'll flip this one over, has a like 7.5. I'll just read it to you because I can't get the focus. 7.5 TQ-7. So those are all going to be your inserts on those. I don't really know how many of those are. I've seen the checklist. I just don't recall if there's one for each team or if it's so many teams and that's it. Rookie, like I said, rookie performers, that's what they look like in this. I was lucky to get the Jackson Holiday there. I got one there, and I got the base cards up there too. Fred Lynn series, kind of like the home run hammer Hank Aaron cards. That's kind of what we got going there. Some kind of throwback series to tribute Fred Lynn. Now and then, that's typical of Heritage. It's been around for a while. There's also the Then and Now, but I don't recall if that was, yeah, the Then and Now was in the first series. They were the red border cards. So those are in this one. Just like the first low numbers, I call them low numbers because we're looking at high numbers here. White borders are in there. I was glad to see this because I was not seeing any mentioning of this until like almost a release date to see if the white borders are in there. And I am building this set, and I didn't want to just have a low number set without the high number set. So got the first 4 of 225 cards. So that's going to be fun, especially when you get Skeens and Jackson Holiday and Jackson Merrill to boot. So I did get the Jackson Churro though. So that one's out of the way. Another parallel that you'll see in the low numbers, they had the red borders from the Target, and then they had the black borders, which were production run of up to 50, but they weren't numbered. So those are parallels. This one has these blues. They seem to be rather common because I got quite a few of them. I did get lucky and get the Jackson Holiday in the blue border, so probably will keep it, but if somebody absolutely had something to help me get closer to my white border set, I probably would trade it. I don't know. These cards seem to be kind of plentiful. I may just put this set together as well. Aquas didn't get as many, so I take it there's fewer. One box had 2, the other one had 3. On these, one box had 1, the other one had 3. So this evened up on both. So that's to be expected there. So, but there's the Aquas. I don't know how common or how many of these you get per pack, but you can do the math on those. You're gonna get 2 to 3 per box. You're gonna get 4 per box on those, and anywhere between 1 and 3 on this, I'm assuming. So we talked a little bit about those. Those are the on cards. Base, guys don't really care too much to talk about base, but anyways. There's the rookies that everybody's pretty much chasing. Some people might say Churro as well. That's fine. I don't have anything against them. I just keep hearing the 2 Jacksons and Skeens. That's what I keep hearing. So maybe they're thinking that that's a Jackson too, because it says Jackson Churro. So I will say the first box of the collation was pretty clean. I didn't see any duplication, anything that was like where you might get a pack and it has a lot of the same cards that you already got in a prior pack, like you had in prior years of Heritage. But the first box, I didn't get a Skeens. The second box, I got 2. And I did look at these closely. There's nothing different between 2 cards. They both have the same code on the back. They both have the auto. Neither one of them say Pittsburgh. It's the same image. It's not a nickname on each one. I just think the collation was messed up. With that said, I also received a few duplicates in this second box as well of the same cards. No big deal. I build multiple sets. I'll just use them there. Each hobby box is going to have a mini. So these are minis. So these, I don't know if you can tell this in the picture, but these are actually a little bit smaller than these. So that's at the bottom, and you can see that it's shorter. These are, you're going to get 1 per hobby box. I don't know if you're getting these in blasters. And those guys that collect the collected the mini set, when they brought out the hobby boxes and minis, are going to be chasing these like wildfire. I don't know what I want to do with these. I got a guy who has a partial set. I thought about getting it, but after hearing that there's only like 90 of the short prints, I just don't, it's nearly impossible. I can't imagine how much the Trout or the Gunnar Henderson is going to cost in the minis. So, and to chase the Skeens, the Jackson Merrill and Jackson Holiday and those, unless you get them in an open box, you're going to pay up. So this is where it gets kind of hairy, guys. The chromes. Oh my goodness. There's no chrome purple in here because I didn't get a hot box. Neither one of them are a hot box. And hot boxes are basically, you get a hobby box and every pack has a chrome card and each one of them is purple. Those are fun when you get them, but I think they're one per case. That's what I've been told, but I can't confirm that. I'm not a case breaker. They're all numbered different. So those two are numbered 699. There's another 699. That one is 229, I think. I don't know. Or 225. These two are 225s. Got another 699. Got a number to 75. I don't know if that's showing up. And then I've got two more up here. I can't tell if they're 699s. Looks like they're both 699. So 699 seem to be pretty common to get. Man, there's a lot of chrome sets. And not only are you going to get chrome cards of the high numbers, but you're also going to find, I'm trying to find one now. Yeah, so like this one. That's a low number card. It's a 118 in the high numbers. So guess what? Any card that didn't have a black border numbered to 75 in the low numbers, well, guess what? They're inserting them in this. So you will get all 725 cards, black border. You can get them all now. So you can put a complete set 1 through 725 with the black borders. Usually they just do like card 1, 3, 5, 6, 10, 25, 30. You know, that's the collation on those. That's the checklist. But now you're going to be able to build a full set of all the base cards in chrome for each one of those numbers. So craziness. I think the biggest disappointment I had in the product was the collation between the two boxes. I got almost the same short prints. These 6, I got 8 in the first box, and I think I got 6 in the second box. And of that, you can kind of see that I got the same one. So I got 10 of the 25 short prints, no big deal. High number short prints are a lot easier to get than low number short prints, and there's not as many of them, so it's not that hard to get them. Fortunately, none of these guys are considered a short print, because if they would have put these 3, especially these 2, in the short prints, it would have created even more chaos than we already have. So anyways, guys, that is my overview of 2 hobby boxes. I have a couple blasters coming in. I'll open those as well. Maybe just open them and just do the same thing as this. The only time I really posting a video is if I get like a major hit. And that was probably the best card I got right there, is like the Jackson Holiday blue border. I don't even know what it's worth. I didn't look it up. I'm not about value. I just know that if somebody's building a set, it's not easy to get those cards, because you're fighting PC collectors for team, player, people trying to chase higher value cards, people trying to grade. These cards get gobbled up quick, and these do not. So I don't know. I didn't really look at them all that close, but you know, the white border, Jack's Churro, I'm glad I have that one off the list. But anyways, guys, that is what I got out of 2 hobby boxes. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you. Bye.